What was the best show I played in Hollywood with dirty tricks? Well, I would say it's this one right here I have on video. And it's at the Red Light District on October 30th, which was considered a Halloween show with tremendous bands that night. The Zeros, the Mimes, the Rattlesnake Shake, and Rough Justice, and us, Dirty Tricks. And I remember Ian Astbury from the Cult was there, with Duff McKagan and Sebastian Bach, and they were there to see the Mimes. I can kind of overhear them talking. They were standing right in front of me, and I remember they were like really getting into the Mimes, and Ian Astbury was banging his head, and he got his hair all on top of my head actually because it was so long, and it was really funny, and I was like. I thought it was like the coolest because I'm literally 19 years old at this show, and so of course you're watching them on MTV, and there they are standing there at one of your shows. Although I don't know if they were there when we played, but it was packed, and I should play a little bit of it so you can get an idea of who Dirty Tricks was. Turn it up a little. This song's called Lady Killer. Our closing song. I thought I'd play a little bit of that. I know it's hard to hear, but you know. It's uploaded to YouTube though in better quality. On my Dirty Tricks channel, right on my front of my YouTube. A little bit more play. I'm the one with the red guitar, actually. Mark is singing. Scott right there in blonde. Joey back there on drums. Ernie's on stage left. They haven't shown him yet. Alright, well. So let me rewind this real quick and turn the sound off and just let this spin. I'll take it back around, by the way. Alright, there we go. And let me talk a little bit more. There's Ernie right there. It was a 2-guitar player band, 5-piece. And what I see here is youthful energy. Why was this my favorite gig? The biggest gig, Ernie was just telling me right now, he was the one who advised me to do a video like this. I asked him what kind of should do next, and he said like the biggest and best and worst gig. And he was saying that the best gig that he played was with Dirty Tricks opening for Mr. Big. But I wasn't in the band at the time. That was Mike Berry. Hello, Mike. And I'm going to do some reviews of those shows as well with Mike on them. Or reviews, just show it, talk about it. And Mike was a very awesome guitar player. I'm sure he still is, unless his fingers fell off or something I don't know about. So anyways, so yeah, the Mimes so the Mimes were like super popular band, highly respected. They weren't a glam band, they were like a blues funk band, old school 70s style band with horns, and they had a lot of band members. And they didn't have like a Hollywood image at all, just like the everyday man type image, like whatever you'd see wearing at the gas station, And they were older, a little bit older. We're kids kind of, except for the singer and maybe Ernie. And they're on a CD that I'm on, Imaginal. I'm also was in a band called Imaginal Peace, and we're on a CD with the Mimes on it, and Rattlesnake Shake is on it, and it's a 4-disc called The Rock and Roll Rebels of the Sunset Strip, so that's pretty cool. And well, anyways, so this one was cool. It was booked by Graham, from the bass player of Back Alley Sally, who has now passed away. But I found out that Mark Holmes is fine. Mark, also known as Mark Stone, he's doing well and still writing songs, according to a nephew that contacted me on one of the Back Alley Sally videos that I did. I do sometimes I do covers and lessons videos of the bands from the Sunset Strip. I've done it like 50 or 60 of them actually over the years. It adds up. Anyways, there's Scott right there. So this show was really good. Ernie says the biggest, most prestigious show is definitely the Mr. Big show in Hollywood. He said that Billy Sheehan helped Scott with his bass strings because Scott's bass string broke like right when he was walking on stage somehow, I guess. At least that's what I gathered from the text I got right now. I was just talking to Ernie, the guitar player in here. And he was saying that Billy Sheehan helped him hurry up, or put the bass string on so he can hurry up and get up on stage because it was time to go on stage right at that moment. And so Billy, he did a little bass tech. No surprise there that Billy Sheehan's a super nice guy, though. And everyone knows that. I mean, everyone. So, but anyways, that's cool. That's a cool story. I never heard. Well, it kind of sounded familiar, so I might have heard that story before. But like I said, that was Mike Berry playing in the band, and he was brothers with Rick Berry from Taz, and they look very similar too, by the way. And well, anyways, so the worst gig was definitely not this. The worst gig would be for me. I can only speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure I could speak for the whole freaking band when I say it was our first gig at in like Newport Beach at some like place where like a the small little bar and like a outdoor little shopping center type cheesy like place like that. It was called Night something. I forgot. But we were getting booed. There was like 4 guys in there. It was our very first show just to get a feel for playing a gig. And so we booked like just the kind of place would book you, with no customers. Of course they'll book you. And there was like a punk rocker. 4 guys were like punk rockers. They were booing us. And I wouldn't even pick my head up. I was so terrified and felt so like embarrassed because we were like decked out like what you see here is in Orange County. And we're decked out like this in like regular people land. And we're literally wearing the makeup, the whole deal, And it's kind of funny. And don't be surprised if you leave Hollywood and this don't work as well in like say Newport Beach or I remember doing this kind of shows in Utah and it didn't work with the older guys that were in the bar. Like what the hell are you guys doing dressed like that? You guys are dressed stupid. We'd be old guys in the bar, which when I say old, I mean like about the age I am at this moment. So, anyways, this was the best show. I never had any footage of Dirty Tricks all these years. Didn't even think that any existed. And Scott posted this like on Google or something like that and sent it to one of us or 2 of us, and we all sent it to each other. And next thing you know, couldn't believe it. This is what I pictured how good we were, and we really were that good. I'm like surprised that we were as good as my memory. Let's take another little listen to this real quick. Let me turn this up because we look like we're rocking right here. Let's check it. Oh yeah, there's a little jazzy style. So we were like heavily influenced by Alice in Chains, Bang Tango, LA Guns, stuff like that. Guns N' Roses, obviously. Van Halen, obviously. We're very fit here. Especially Smart is very fit. He's a painter at the time. Physically painting all the time. Houses. The singer. Nice. All right. Well, there you go. Let's see. Can I think of anything else to say about this? Best worst gig. This was cool. I remember like we have. If you notice in the background, there's like Mark is an artist, so he did the band logo, and he also did the angels that you see in the background on the drum riser. I guess you can't see them right now, but he drew them up, cut them out like cardboard cutout type thing, and we brought them backstage. And he wanted to decorate it. You know, there they are, where you could see. So you had like a decorative, festive Halloweeny vibe, and I came out with a mask at the beginning of the show, a white mask, for Halloween. Basically, I didn't show that part. That Mark brought. He wanted one of us to wear the mask. He did the flames. See the flames by the drum riser at the bottom. And anyways, that stuff was backstage, and we were wedged between Rough Justice, and then it was us going on, and then Rattlesnake Shake. That's where we were wedged in the lineup, and so we were the second band to go on that night. But there's only one room, and there's 3 bands all at the same time. There was Rough Justice was just getting off while we're trying to we're getting on, and we have all the stuff backstage. And actually 2 bands, and then so you got all that extra, the cardboard cutout stuff, plus the amps, plus all that stuff, the drums, all that, and you're switching the gear as fast as you can, and all that stuff's in the way. So, anyways, it's just kind of funny, and there's like 2 bands worth of people, and Rough Justice has a there's like 9 or 10 guys back there, And then when Rattlesnake Shake was back there, we're getting off stage, and they're trying to get on stage with their drums while we're pulling our drums off. And we got all these cardboard cutouts to bring with us too. And we're trying to haul ass though, because we have, everyone's very respectful to not waste people's time. But I just remember it being very hectic and fun. And you're just really rubbing elbows with the bands when you're in that particular situation, backstage and moving gear back and forth and making room for each other through the doorway, and stuff like that. I remember the sound check at this show, because everybody in all these bands, I'm looking around, and there's the Mimes, there's Jimmy Thrill from Rattlesnake Shake, and he's got his fur coat on and the whole deal, You're doing the sound check with a massive, massive fur coat, like the biggest fur coat type of fur coat you see, like pimp style, and the hat and sunglasses, like blonde Jim Morrison or something with a beard, and it's just very cool, very cool. Anyways, well, there you go. There's my old stories from Hollywood, from my Hollywood band, Dirty Tricks. There you go, and I'll tell more. There you go. Bye.